Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Just Talking to You. I'm your host, Big Smooth, aka the People's Champ, and I am not here alone. I'm here with the infamous crew, y'all. Say what's up to our listeners, crew.
Hey everybody.
Hey, what up?
All right, man. We're gonna swing out the intros over from my right to my left, to my down, to my left, to my right. All right, Dre Day, introduce yourself.
Hello everybody. It's your girl Dre Day, and I hope you guys are having an excellent or had an excellent week and are about to embark on a more excellent weekend.
Punching, huh?
I mean, if that's what's gonna float they boat, get it on.
That floated my boat. I'm having a good week.
There you go. Hey man, we're gonna swing it over to my man. Words of wisdom. Introduce yourself, brother.
What up? I'm your favorite. This Mr. Words of Wisdom's your favorite homeboy. Always gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it simple today. Live, laugh, love. In that order, life will work out.
Simple and to the point. Hey man, we're gonna swing it on over to the man who's been missing his action for the last few weeks. Chris Dorian.
I've been here. What's going on, everybody? It's your man Chris Dorian at Chris Dorian. I did miss y'all, and it's my bad. It's Mr. Everybody Mama favorite, and I've been on commission. Ain't nobody mama been feeding me, so I'm gonna have to get back to it.
Yeah, I saw how you tried to finesse my mama on Facebook though. I saw that.
I was just saying hi to your mom. Your mama cute too. I was like, ooh. I was like, look at mama. I see what you talking about. I see what you talking about, Big Smooth. I see talking about. Dre Day mama cute.
Hey man, Dre Day mama got a little boom boom back there, boy.
Get out.
Yeah, buddy. Dre Day mama always had a fat ass.
Y'all so out of pocket.
I hope she don't see this episode, man.
I hope she do. And expose you for the type of person you really are, because she thinks you such an angel.
Hey, I am an angel. Your mama know I always love her.
If she do see it, that's what I'm gonna do.
But if your mama was a cougar years ago, boy.
But she was not, thank God.
You better thank God.
Because I used to hate it after she came up to the school.
Mm-hmm.
Like for 2 weeks, I had to hear that.
Oh yeah, all them cats up there, man. Oh man, your mama dig. Your mama
like,
dig.
I most definitely got into fights over my mama a few times.
You had to do what?
I got into fights over my mama a few times.
At least you're a guy. See, with me, it left me feeling like I was chopped liver, right? Because they would just go on and fawn over my mom, and I'd be like,
Hey, I want y'all to stay right there for 1 second. And we're gonna hit something else. But hey, last but not least, my man Philly D. Philly D, introduce yourself to the listeners, the best engineer in the game.
What's going on, y'all? It's Philly D, and I'm chilling here with the crew, and we just talking to you. It's just a conversation. Don't take it personal. Breathe.
That's it, man. Hey, man. Hey, I gotta ask y'all this, man. Hey, how would y'all feel? What would y'all feel if your mama had somebody that was your age, and they knocked your mama down? Would y'all feel some type of way?
you talking about the age you are today?
My age right now?
Yeah.
If I didn't know him, I wouldn't care.
It wouldn't bother me at all.
Yeah. I'm with that.
So,
I don't know you.
So if you knew him, just say you knew him and stuff.
Man, you know that's my mama, man.
Yeah. That would be cool if they nah.
Hey Chris, what you gonna tell him?
That's what I say, man. You know that's my mama, man. Hey, you know better.
Pull the right to the side, like you want that.
Hey, I wouldn't knock your mama down, but she looked like your uncle, so I'm gonna leave her.
Hey.
It's all right. I have to flip the script and go right here.
Hey, here it is. Just say you and your partner, y'all got together and stuff, man. He's like, oh man, I had this old freak last night, man. I was teabagging her. I did a dirty, man. I teabagged the man. Hey, Hey, man, she drank all this vanilla milkshake. He say,
Oh
she was a slut,
God.
man. And then he said, man, I got a picture of her. And then he show you the picture, and that's your mama. What is you just gonna immediately just swing on him? What's gonna happen, man? What's gonna happen?
You might faint. You might faint.
He just
What?
fainted.
I done watched an episode of The Shy where Emmett mom had a masseuse come through.
Oh
And so,
yeah.
hey, what's up, homie? What's going on, man? I just left this apartment over. He's like, hey, man, what apartment was it? 2B. That's my mama, 2B. Dude took
No. The funniest episode was this past episode when Emmett was over there after Jada told him that Jada told her that she had cancer and stuff, and Sway was over there. He got out the shower. He said, "What the fuck is you doing over here?" Sway said, she said, "Go to the bedroom, Sway."
Right.
Hey man.
The first time he came over there when he seen Sway outside, Sway had to take off running.
Oh man, he was pissed off at Sway, man. But what y'all gonna do, man? This dude, your partner. And that's just like your girl, Dre. Your girl came to you, girl. I had this old dude. He over here. He ate me from elbow to ears and stuff, man. He just went ballistic on me, and he gave me that sledgehammer. And he said, "Oh man, whew." She said, "He coming back over tonight." He said, "Girl, I got a picture of him. You want to see him?" And then he pull out a picture, and that's Pops. What you gonna do? You gonna swing on him?
First of all, second, do your thing. Then I'm gonna call my daddy and clown daddy. You messing with children now? That's what you're doing.
but she your age though.
I know that, but I'm still gonna frame it that way.
Okay.
And then my daddy gonna shut your ass up, son. That's what he gonna say. He gonna say, "Ain't your black ass dating somebody younger than you?" Shut the hell up.
Hey, knowing Pops, boy, he gonna continue to knock her down.
Absolutely.
I know Pops, he gonna continue to knock her screws loose. But what you gonna do, Chris, man? Miss Tina.
Man, I just know I was in a bad situation one time. My daughter's 20, right? So I'm in the car with this person, and she started talking. I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy. My daughter's teacher is caught messing around with young girls in the school." She's like, "What school she go to?" I'm like, "Oh, she goes to such and such high school." And then she then says, "Is this Mr. So-and-so?" I was like, "How do you know who this teacher is?" She said, "He was doing that stuff when I was in school." Well, when'd you graduate? She gave the year like 2 years. She's like a couple years older than my daughter, bro. Oh, yo.
Oh, shoot.
Yo.
Yeah.
And you was knocking her down, huh?
Hey, man. Hey, listen.
So you was knocking her down without knowing how old she was?
She was a year or two.
That's how you dudes get caught up. That's how. There it is, right there. You
it was older than 21.
It don't make so.
Better ask for ID.
Oh what? Y'all better ask questions. You be like, "I didn't know that she was 16. Look at her," and then boom, jail, straight to jail.
That happened to me. I did not knock it down though. I did not knock it down. But this is a story. Y'all gotta hold the whole thing now. This ain't no me. I'm driving down the street in my car. I have my top down, everything. I'm a young man. I'm like 21. I'm driving down the street, me and my homeboy, and this girl's walking down the street, banging. You understand me? I skid in the street on purpose for a visual effect. I did it on purpose. So I like hit the strap, like, "Hey girl, come here," like that. She come over there to me. I'll talk to her, whatever. I was like, "Well, we about to go kick it over at my boy's house. You want to come ride with us?" She come get in the car. My boy get in the back seat. She get in the front seat with me. We drive over there and we talking. Now I'm in, what am I, 21? So I'm like a sophomore maybe. And going into my junior year. So she's like, I say, "So are you in school?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "What you studying?" She goes, "Like the regular stuff." I like the regular stuff. I'm thinking about mine, the regular stuff. I was like, okay. I was like, "So where are you at? Are you at ICC? You go to Bradley?" She was like, "No." I was like, "So where do you go?" She said, "Manual." Now my mind goes, like like the record scratch, like happened in my brain. Like, yo.
And for those who you guys don't know, Manual is a high school up here in the Peoria area.
Yeah, she goes to Manual High School. So I got my arm around said girl. And when she says this, I'm like, I like to take my arm like this. I was like, so what, you a senior? And she's like, no, I'm a freshman.
Whoa.
Yo.
Chris Kelly.
Hey, I gotta take you on.
I acted like my phone. I said my homeboy calling me. I gotta pick him up for work. I'm gonna go ahead and take you back to your house, and I'm gonna come back and get you later. Is that cool? She was like, yeah. That was the end of that. That was the end of that.
How long ago was this?
Huh?
How long ago was this?
I was like 21.
Oh yeah.
So it was a good while ago.
I may holler at you. I don't mean it.
She was over there kicking over for like maybe 15 minutes or so, but that's all it took. But I most definitely that scared me right there because she was jailbait.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, wow. Again, man, that is crazy, man. If you, your partner just dirty talking, man. This lady, man, old head I was with, this, that, and the third, block, skip, weed, and he said, man, I even got a picture of her, man. And then they show you the picture, and that's your old bird, man. I think you got to catch a fade. Was she your mama age? Man.
Was she your mama? Was she your mama age?
No. I'm just saying, if your homeboy show you a picture of your mama,
yeah,
that's just, you got to catch a fade, man.
It is what it is.
We got to fight, man. I don't care. Hey, you either whoop my ass or I'm gonna whoop yours. We got to catch a fight. Somebody go be leaking, man. One of us or both of us go be leaking. Because it got
wait.
Hey man, whooping his ass ain't gonna take your mom. Ain't gonna take his baby juice out your mom out, man. You might as well just let that ride.
Hey man,
I'm just trying to figure out if you didn't know that was your mama, why is it a fight?
Yeah. My issue is
you know that's my mom.
Right.
That's my issue. If you know it's my mama.
I mean, it's different if he know it's your mama, but if he got to show you a picture, like, ooh, I was with this lady, wah, and then y'all discover.
Hey, you want me to tell you what? You want me to tell you what? To make better choices. Hey, you know what? You want me to tell you what? You want me to tell you what the fight really would come in? The fight really would come in. I mean, this is a stone cold fight. Now we gonna fight every time we see each other. hey, if he say, man, if you say, man, he know that's your mama now. He's like, man, I don't know if I can stop leaving. I don't know if I can stop messing with her. Nigga, what?
He got an on-site appointment, DP. He got an on-site appointment.
Hey, he addicted.
So what if your mama is happy with this man?
Not nobody.
So you choosing your feelings over your mama's happiness?
Happy, they be okay.
Hey man,
what did you say?
Happy.
Get you, get you Deacon Turner or somebody, or
Deacon Turner can't blow this back out.
Deacon Mason or somebody you can go to the movies with.
Deacon Turner and Deacon Mason cannot blow this back out. I need the young tender on the drums. Okay.
You need the drummer, huh?
I need the drummer.
Wow.
Hey, Big Smooth, the messed up thing with that situation too is not only is he gonna be tapping your mom, but he gonna have friends coming around too, hanging out your age as well.
Oh my God, yeah. Hey, we're gonna go to my old lady house. She cooking for us today and stuff. What? Hey, you over there at you over there at the crib, and they say, oh look, what you doing over at this crib? Nigga, this is my mama house. Oh, dude, that's your mama, you know.
And hey, this make it worse. Y'all all over there having to get there together, and your mama bringing his plate out to him while you sitting there looking.
Why I'm hungry too.
Your mama bring his plate out. Like, here, baby, I got you a plate.
Here you go.
Oh, bad.
Hey man, you know what? That happened, man. Hey, we gonna fight right in there. Right.
So ugly.
My mama just got to my mama just got to put me out, man. Because first I'm gonna take that play. I'm gonna sneak them first. I'm just gonna straight up snuff them. Boom. Then I'm gonna take the plate and smash his face, because he already gonna be. He already gonna be woozy from this right hook I'm gonna hit him with. Then I'm smashing all the mac. My mama make a mean dress. I'm gonna smash that dress and all in his face and everything. It's gonna be a fight, man. I swear to God, it is.
There's something wrong with this dude.
I'm
Real wrong. Real
I'm
wrong.
just telling you, man. You knocking my mama down and she fix your plate first. Oh no, that ain't gonna happen.
It's gonna be trouble.
Trouble.
She ain't doing nothing but following protocol, man. She's supposed to make his plate.
Hey, man.
Exactly.
Hey, okay. So somebody, Miss Tina got her little friend. Just say she had her little friend and he your age and stuff. And your daddy ain't in the picture. You're just Miss Tina, she's single.
See, that couldn't happen with me, man. People know better, bro. Like, it's just
see, you want to fight too. See, what's the difference between me knocking him out and you threatening to knock him out? That's the only difference. I'm gonna knock his ass out.
You know who's worse than me? I have a brother who's worse, and he is no part of having it. Like I thought your sister. I thought Cece would be the one that just be no man. It'll be my brother who's far worse.
Y'all need to let y'all imagine. Y'all need to let y'all's parents live in this imaginary scenario. I would let my daddy live.
You ain't never said
my
your
dad
mammy.
live too.
What about your mama?
You got one younger than my kid.
Too. If it was a dude my age that she had met and he was making her happy and all of that.
So just say
I know it sounds bad.
Hey, just say your mama met Chris and he started knocking her down.
I just have to accept that. I'll be like, Mama, you got finesse. I'll be like, you got finesse by the light skinnedness, huh?
Why you keep calling me light skinned? I'm not even light skinned.
By the khaki color guy.
You are light skinned.
By the beige color, brother. By the beige brother.
Okay, you let Elder Barge get in your drawers, your bed.
I'm not even light skinned. That's crazy.
He got finessed by the beige brother. All right, man. We're gonna go and jump off into it, man. We're gonna talk about a couple things tonight. We're gonna be short and sweet, man. Friday night, we're gonna let everybody get back to their thing. But first things first, man. School shootings, man. School shootings has just this past month, man. This past week, shit. It was a school shooting down in Houston, Texas, man. It was another school shooting in Arlington, Texas, man. In Houston, it was 1 week ago today. Former student walked in the YES Prep Southwest school and opened fire, wounding the principal as he attempted to lock down the school. I think they put a stop to him. Timberview High School. This is in Arlington. This just happened a couple days ago. A shooter opened fire in Mansfield Timberland High School. After a fight escalated, 3 people were injured by gunfire, and the 4th one was injured in a fall. Man, what do y'all think about these school shootings, man?
I don't think it's been addressed right.
What'd you say?
You fell out.
I said that I don't think that it has been addressed in the proper fashion. This is why it's continuing. It really should have been solved when gangs first really hit and school shootings first really kicked off. It should have got solved then. The answer to it, I have no clue, but I know we turned a blind eye on it in my era, and it has only gotten worse.
Hey, man, speaking of school shootings, man, I'm going to tell you something. Me and Dre, we went to high school. This happened back in 93. When we was in high school, a girl shot a young man she was dealing with. She walked up behind him and shot him in the back of the head on the second floor, on the third
floor.
No, she was second floor English one. Second floor, the wing when you come up the steps and stuff. Shot him right in the back.
I thought they were up on the 3rd floor when
they was up on. Hey, he was up on the 3rd floor. Then he came down to his locker. He was up with the other girl on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
And the one who he got pregnant, the other girl, and she saw it. He came down to his locker and she walked down the steps, shot him in the back of the head, and went down to Miss Lewis' office, her guidance counselor, with the gun.
No, I was late to school that day.
Oh, they kept everybody in that auditorium that day.
But I was late that day, and when I walked in, because you remember you had to come through the front if you were late, and I came up the front, and when I came in, they were bringing her down the hallway. The security was bringing her down the hallway. And she was screaming. I will never forget that as long as I am black. And that I because I didn't know what was going on. I thought, maybe she had gotten some bad news. That's actually what I thought. Yeah. And I didn't know until actually, because I had history, I want to say first period, and that's where I went, and we stayed there for like 3 hours.
Yep.
And
everybody was locked in. School was on lockdown.
Yep.
And it was just a crazy situation that she shot and killed, just shot her in the back of the head. And she just she was pregnant. The new girlfriend was pregnant. He didn't want to be with her no more.
Was pregnant.
She was. As a matter of fact, it's one of Vanessa's friends who we went to church with in St. Louis. It's her sister. She just paroled out a couple months ago.
Wow. She, she was inquiring. She sat next to me inquiring.
Yeah.
She was alto. And so when they showed her picture on TV, I don't know why these idiots didn't know my name from her name, but I was getting pages, and I'd call people, because after they released us, I went home with Henry Belton. Anyway, I was getting pages. And
Henry.
And people was like, oh, girl, I was calling to see if that was you that shot that boy. Me and this girl don't look that much alike. Plus, that's not my name.
And you was at home with Henry Belton.
But it wasn't nothing going on if me and Henry Belton was in the same room. Maybe I shouldn't have said his name. I love you. I love you, Henry. Still my boo.
But yeah, man, you just sit back and look at all these high school shootings, man. You could go back to Columbine, man. That was one of the craziest high schools, and some of the signs were there. Bullying, and that's we're gonna talk a little bit about bullying too. The bullying, making fun of the guys in Columbine. They really honed in and focused on the jocks. They focused in on the jocks, and a lot of innocent bystanders, kids that wasn't even jocks, that was killed and everything. And they unleashed 14, or I think it was between 14 to 17 minutes of mayhem over that Columbine High School, man. It was pandemonium at Columbine, man.
I was in school when that happened. I remember
that.
Yeah.
It's sad, to be honest.
It is. It's real sad.
I know. I think about it here in terms of, us being in Texas, because two of the ones that you cited were Houston and Arlington.
Yes.
Which is here in Dallas. It's a suburb in between Dallas and Fort Worth, for those of y'all that don't know. And I think the accessibility to weapons, legally, the accessibility to weapons is out of hand. Not saying that if they had been illegal, had that have changed the trajectory of what happened at the school here. But I think we have a big gun culture down here. I think the United States on its own has a gun culture, and then when you come to states like Texas, the gun culture is even more profuse. And so it's a situation where, my understanding is that the young man who did the shooting was actually the one being bullied. And so if y'all have seen something different, or y'all have a different understanding, let me know. But that was the understanding I had, that he was getting bullied. And it's not that the parents had actually gone to the school and said, hey, this kid is being bullied, is there something we can do about it? Nothing was done. And so this guy was like, guess who has a gun? I'm finna go settle this. I bet y'all won't say nothing to me again. And, when you have that, you have like a confluence of things. It's never one thing. It's always 2 or 3 different things, 4 or 5 different things that factored into this one event. I think there were gaps along the way. You know, why didn't the parents know he had a weapon? Or if this was their weapon, why didn't they have it locked up where he couldn't get to it? You know, why didn't the school do something about the bullying? You know, how long had this been going on? There are so many gaps in this story. And so we have to consider everything. It can't just be, let's look at this situation in isolation. And I mean, the boy deserves to go to jail. I'm not gonna cut 2 ways about that. But if you want to solve the problem, you really have to retcon that and figure out what else was going on, because there's other problems that you got to solve. And this boy is from a more affluent part of Arlington.
Wow.
So,
And he was released, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
know if he was.
He was
Okay.
released.
He's out right now.
He's out
Okay.
of line. He was released yesterday.
And that's what made me mad. I do remember reading that somebody, was like, well, who raised that bond for the, I wonder who raised that bond. It was some of y'all's cousins, some of Chris Dorian's cousins.
Some
Wanted to
NRA
know,
members.
Well, not just that, but who's to say that his family didn't? I'm telling you, this boy is from an affluent neighborhood.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
His charger is newer than mine.
I'm surprised
And
he lived, honestly.
I'm a
it's
grown
little black
person.
boy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised he didn't get killed because he's not just he's 18-year-old black man or black boy.
Yeah.
I don't want to say because I'm not gonna do how they do us on the media. A 18-year-old black kid that did this shooting, I didn't expect him to live.
I wonder if he shot who he was gonna shoot and then laid it down.
And the thing is, he didn't shoot to kill. He just shoot to maim and wound and stuff like that.
So he injured 2, and I think 2 got
and one of them got injured when they fell.
Yeah.
But he ain't shoot to kill, because if he shot and killed, then I think we'll be talking about a whole different ball game then.
Mm-hmm.
He shot a teacher and the kid got shot.
Yeah, and he shot the kid who he was shooting, but the teacher, straight bullet may have got away and hit the teacher. He may not have had no intentions on hitting the teacher and everything, but like you said, man,
and that's not a random school shooting. That's like going after somebody. I think it's a difference. Like Columbine, they went through busing. They were, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm not saying that.
They started that shooting at Columbine at 11:19, and then the 2 gunmen committed suicide at 12:08. So you think about it. That's 49 minutes of mayhem throughout the school at Columbine.
For a minute, probably hiding them around the school.
So now you got police officers, the ones that is running out the school and everything, that's screaming and hollering and everything. And these guys, and I read the documentary. I saw the documentary of some of the survivors, and they said that the guys was like, come here, toying with him and everything. And he just opened up, man, and then it was crazy, man. But those guys were being picked on and bullied by football players and jocks and everything, because when they went in there, their main thing was to kill all the jocks. And that's what it is, man. Bullying is serious, man. And just by all these shootings, man, you can go back to Sandy Hook, man. Sandy Hook was another one, man. And there's some conspiracies about Sandy Hook, man. But I mean, that was another shooting, man.
A random situation where he was shooting at anyone.
Yes.
I'm reading a story. This kid shot at somebody that was bullying him and robbed him twice.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
And then you got the one like Sandy Hook, that shooting, the 2 shootings that's in Texas, Sandy Hook. You got the Virginia Tech shooting too, man.
Also random.
Random
I agree
shootings,
with,
man. Go ahead, Philly.
I agree with Dre Day. The accessibility is out of hand, and that comes with like the laws, because the way the laws are, I mean, it just has just a surplus of guns on the street. And then we know just from history and whatnot, sometimes they put guns out, on purpose or whatnot, like with drugs. started to rise or whatnot. Like they were putting guns out on the street. That's how people run around Uzis and Tech Nines and stuff like that. So I think that's a problem. So something needs to be done about that. But I feel like there's a lot of money to be made off of guns. That's why nothing has been done about that. A lot of these wars, all this different stuff going on around the world is, for whatever reasons, a lot of those weapons are made by us, so it's a lot of money. It's big money with the guns and the bullets. And, they're going to talk about it, but I don't think they're really going to do anything about it. As far as like the school shootings, though, I feel like, and I was just having a conversation with somebody about this the other day. I feel like at the beginning of the school year, they just need to bring it in. All the kids' parents, guardians, or whatever, and, just had a conversation like, look, hey, we're here to learn. We know everybody's different backgrounds and whatnot. And they do it with the students, but I feel like it needs to be done with the students and the parents, kind of build that unity. Not saying it's going to stop everything, but it can kind of get everybody on the same page and just, let it be known, like, hey, we're not going to have that, picking on people because someone is different. People from different backgrounds, respect each other, come here to learn, have fun, and, go home, be safe. So I think that will go a long ways and kind of deter people. Again, it wouldn't stop everything, but I think it would make people think,
You can cut it. You can cut it a couple percent. Yeah. Look to cut it. I agree with you.
Let me ask you this. Do you guys think the educators, the teachers, should be armed, should be allowed to carry firearms? If they completed firearm training, if they are certified firearm trainers, everything, do you think they should be allowed to carry firearms in the classrooms?
No.
Yep.
Nope.
As a student, get a hold of somebody that's slick, the street savvy, they'll get a hold of that and get busy.
I'm not even thinking that deep.
I'm not thinking that deep either. Do y'all see 187? Y'all remember that movie?
Yep.
This is my thing. If cops go into our neighborhoods with a bias and they're supposed to be trained officers to think objectively, teachers are people just like Ariel, just like cops are. But in the meantime, they may have a situation where this kid has been messing with them day after day after day. Teachers get bullied too. I've seen it happen. Now this teacher has a gun and all they have to do is yell out self-defense, and or that their lives are threatened. That's a bad situation. And they will be justified in doing so because they would take their side because they're the teacher.
Hey man, I think, me personally, I think the teachers should be allowed to carry firearms. They went through firearm training and things
Let
like that.
Let them have it at the private schools.
No, I think
not the inner city schools, because they will kill a kid.
See, but thing is, this is the thing though. When you are going through your conceal and carry class and your firearm training and everything, you have to have a certain level of discipline. And if that person is not disciplined, I mean, I think everybody should
be disciplined.
But see, the thing that the cops should be disciplined, but that's your right to bear your arms. And if I'm a teacher, if a teacher's in the school and you look back to Sandy Hook, if you had some teachers that were able or allowed to carry firearms, all the people wouldn't have been killed like they were killed and everything. But I that's my opinion. I think the teachers should be allowed to carry firearms. I mean, they should go through a thorough evaluation. They should go through qualifying every year, and this is what they need to do every year. They need to go through and qualify every year. They need to go through, get qualified, and then they should be allowed to carry their firearms and everything. And that can stop a lot of stuff. Now, this is the thing: the students should not know which teacher it has a firearm or is carrying a firearm. That's one thing that shouldn't be allowed. They should know who has it or anything. They shouldn't even know teachers have firearms. But the teachers, the administrators, the principals, everybody should know, okay, on the third floor, Mr. Bell, Mr. Powell, Miss Granger, and Miss Smith, they got firearms on the third floor. On the second floor, Mr. Resnick, Miss Watinsky, everybody, they got firearms on the second floor. First floor, principal, everybody. I mean, that's my take, man. What you finna say some words? What's up, man?
I was finna say the same thing. Um, to add on to it, I believe as parents, we got to do a better job because it all starts at home. Meaning, we have to teach our kids firearm training. One, we got to get our kids off of the TV, off of the video game. Two, which means it's time to couple back up. We can't do it by ourselves no more. It's not working. That's what's bringing it all along. Whenever dad's not there, mom has to work, and the kids there, what do they watch? The eyes and the ears are the gateway to the soul. So you can say, don't do this, don't do that. But if you don't physically have nobody watching them saying, turn that off, then your child is basically fighting an uphill battle. The things that are children are allowed to view on social media, all that has to change. It's a lot of changing that got to take place. I'm an advocate. I believe in everybody should bear arms. I believe in that. But without proper training, no, you don't need it.
Yep.
So that's my take on it. But I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, it's kind of like how they do in the how they were doing on airlines. On certain passengers had firearms after 9/11. You didn't know who had it. If something went on the airplane, that marshal would stand up.
That's it. That's it. Now, Philly said taser would be fair to me too. You know, my only thing with a taser is
I wouldn't be mad at a taser.
I'm more fearful of a taser than I would a regular firearm because now a taser would be something that I think I would be more fearful of because with that taser, if you got the taser, you can turn up the amps on the taser and everything, and that's me. I think I'll be more fearful of that taser than a firearm for real. But I mean, you talking about somebody that got over 20 years of firearm training and experience too. So I mean,
I think that I could see a gun only if they had rubber bullets or they had those wood blocks
or beanbag bullets.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's it.
I can't see that,
But
man. Because,
have you ever been shot with a rubber bullet?
Hey, there's not no lethal.
Have you ever been shot with a rubber bullet?
Hey, no, I never been shot with. But I'm saying, what if I'm talking about when these kids come? These
are lethal, bro.
I'm talking about mass shootings, man. I'm talking about somebody coming in with an AK-47 finna saw everybody in half.
But listen to what you're doing. Listen to what you're doing. You are saying these teachers at this school should carry weapons every day for a situation that may or may not happen.
That happens every couple of years.
But I'm saying at your particular school, because they don't happen every couple of years. Mass shootings really actually happen every day. We simply don't hear about each and every one of them. But what I'm saying is at your particular school, you got live bullets every single day in this school on these teachers.
That
to me is an issue, especially you got teachers just like policemen you got that are crazy, just like COs you got that are crazy, just like doctors that you got that are crazy, that play God. You got teachers who might be fully trained, might be fully weapons trained, really good, understand weapon retention, all of that. But they crazy. And it's only going to take one kid for them to put an actual real live round in. And now you got to deal with that.
Well, let me pose this question. I understand fully. I like your point, Dre. Do you think it's time to just move away from school and school just become like on the Zoom call, like when COVID hit?
I'm not gonna say that because our society right now does not support that. It would have to be a whole situation where the whole society underwent a rehaul. And that would actually lead to your earlier point where somebody was actually at home.
That's what I'm saying.
And just go with just school.
And that's part of the reason why society can't do it because the homes are broken up.
Well, you
but
can't really, even if you got a two-parent home, you can't really stay at home because of cost of living. There's no way. Even if you make 60, 70, 80, $100,000, in some areas, that's not enough money.
I mean, which is true, but
You know,
as adults, we got to learn to work together. Like
what
meaning,
I'm
like
I'm,
if I
I'm
work the
saying,
day
you
shift,
need them two incomes to work together.
yeah, and
I
outside
know,
of
but
that,
listen, let me finish what I was going to say. As adults, we have to
Uh-huh.
learn to work together. Meaning
Uh-huh.
that if you're going to work the day shift, then that means I work through the night.
Hmm.
marriages ain't gonna last. But
Right. I was gonna
outside
say,
of that,
what does that do for our marriage?
yeah,
What do you mean? Marriage ain't gonna last. I know couples that's been married 60 years, they got it off like that.
mm, I want to be home next to my lady at nighttime, but
Hey man,
and my kids.
I train and I teach.
Once your kids are here, and we talk about raising your kids at this point, dude, you only getting sex when your kids going to basically stay at somebody else's house.
Man, my parents had sex religiously with us in
I'm
the house.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean,
So,
I'm not knocking that. Some people still gonna get it off, but that
See,
sex can never be your main objective in a working relationship anyway.
hey man,
I,
hey, getting back to the school shooting, man. I train uh churches on church security and church safety and everything. And the reason why I train them is so if the situation would ever come about, they'll be ready to get action going and be in motion and everything. You train not to how do I put this? You train for what could possibly happen, uh, and you train to just stay sharp and everything. I rather for the keep on training and going through the training uh, alleys and avenues than not train at all. And then when this gunman come in there, everybody in there don't know what to do. If you come
Right.
over to a church that I train, everybody know the drill. Everybody know to get the pay. We got people from the pulpit know what to do. We got the people from the sides, from the front. We got everything under control.
Yeah.
You don't know who's in the church is carrying, and you got it's crazy to get to that point because you got to be armed and everything. You got to be armed in the churches, and that's sad, but that's the harsh reality that we are facing right now. It's been so many, just like it's been regular shootings. There's been so many church shootings as well. People just go up in church and just start whacking people, and why? Because they don't have the proper measures in place. And by putting the proper measures in place at school, you can avoid or reduce the amount of casualties that can happen in that school and everything. That's my take.
I'm more about having trained security in a school versus a teacher having a firearm. That's crazy. That's crazy,
So
yo.
you
I'm
want
sorry.
you want trained security, armed or unarmed,
Yes.
armed or unarmed.
Our security in our school actually were police officers that were armed, but they had non-lethal, like you said, they had teasers, non-lethal weapons, and they also had armed weapons as well. So in both, like you said, they pull from one side. You know when you're trained that this is not going to be, if it's a lethal situation, if someone's coming there shooting, they can go for the gun, of course. But for the most part, you don't mess with that side of your body. If it's a school fight that's out of hand, a taser is going to come out. Pepper spray is going to come out. It's not going to be a pistol.
You got something that people got called adrenaline. And when that adrenaline gets going, if somebody comes in there and just start opening up fire, or it could get to a
That's what
situation
the
somebody,
non-lethal, that's what the lethal is for when somebody's firing.
or they can
The
come in
teacher
with a
and
knife.
adrenaline can get mad and just shoot a kid because it pissed them off.
They can come in with a knife. A knife can come in. They can come in and start stabbing people and everything. Do you use non-lethal force then? They end up stabbing and killing people. Stabbing.
You try to preserve life like cops are supposed to, bro. Especially kids' lives.
And see, you got to look. Hey, and this, I'm glad we talking about this because because we all got children.
Right.
We all got children, and we got the bad guy coming up to our son or our daughter with a knife, and you got this teacher that's on the other end that can stop him from mortally wounding my son or my daughter. Do you want that teacher to stop this person with the knife from mortally wounding your child?
I don't want that other kid to die either.
Man, I'll say stop.
Right there. You don't give a damn about that other kid. You worrying about your child coming home to you at night. You can give a damn about that other child, long as my baby come home to me at night.
Right. It's like the girl that called the police in Ohio not too long ago. And then when the police get there, you decide to pick up a knife and try to stab somebody. Like the cop was really gonna let you do that in his face.
Yeah.
That is the truth. I couldn't even be mad at the shooting either. I couldn't be mad at that shooting.
You can't be mad.
I think the point is, like Chris was saying, I don't necessarily, if it's gonna be somebody in a school with a weapon, I would rather for it to be trained security, trained police officers. I would rather have that. And they're not, and maybe they shouldn't be so visible. Maybe they should hide in plain sight.
Like go back to
like
21 Jump Street type look.
Not necessarily 21 Jump Street, but like maybe be that random teacher that you don't really know. Nobody really has this person's class because their class is in the basement. That type situation.
Like Mr. Cook or Mr.
Right,
Anderson.
like Mr. Cook. Like Mr. Cook. But I would not want a teacher or a counselor with a weapon. Now, here's my caveat. If this person was in a former life, police, security, military,
okay,
perhaps. But just old Miss so-and-so from the country.
Or young Miss Sawyer in there that got Big Jerome in the class and he mad.
Right.
And he comes stand over the top of her and she popping because her life was threatened.
And speaking of Big Jerome in the class too, I was thinking like the places or areas where this type of situation would go on. I mean, it's gonna be in dangerous, poor areas or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those kids, they gonna get that strap. I don't care what you say, they're gonna get a hold of it. And it's like, to me, the teachers being armed and not professionals, that can start a school shooting. They're gonna get the strap from them and then get to getting their thing out. That'll really be jacked up.
It's also a problem.
But you think about this though, Philly. You from the Lou, I'm from the Lou, Ren from the Lou, Dre from the Lou. You think about this stuff like that. We don't expect stuff like that to happen at CBC, the SMET, Chaminade, MICDS. That's stuff like that won't happen there. Stuff like that we just named would happen at your Vashon's, Gateways, Hazelwood Easts, Sumners, Beaumonts. It would happen at Normandy's. It would have Wellsford School. I mean, Normandy schools like that and stuff, man. That wouldn't happen at quote unquote the predominantly schools like these like these private institutions. But
Parkway, no, not at all.
Parkways, no. But you can guarantee one thing, though. A lot of those teachers at those institutions are allowed to carry firearms on the campus.
Do you know this to be fact, or you think so?
I know this for a fact. I know 3 teachers at CBC right now that carry firearms each day.
I'm sorry, even if I was a teacher, I probably would be carrying mine, and you wouldn't know I have.
Yeah, I always live by this.
I'm smart enough to know not to pull it out for a fight.
Yes,
I know what I'm looking for, when to pull it out.
Hey, I always live by that philosophy, man. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That's it. That's my philosophy.
The way some of these firearms are made in today's time, so what if this kid come take it? He'll never be able to use it because I have a lock.
That's it. Hey, man.
Keys with him now.
Hey man,
So
that was interesting about school shootings, man, and shootings in general, man. Just mass shootings in general, man. Because and we all know it happens everywhere. You can be at the Walmart with your family and your friends and stuff. Somebody can come into the Walmart mass shooting. Some years ago in St. Louis, when the Dark Knight Return opened up at the movie theater in St. Louis, it was a gunman that opened up. Was that in St. Louis or was it in Texas?
I thought it was in Denver.
Right. Oh, it was in Denver. It was in Denver. When the Dark Knight Returned, when that movie opened, guy came in there, started whacking people and stuff. I mean, you just never know, man. So that's why I say
he was just somebody that wanted to kill somebody because he looked perfectly normal the night he got arrested, and all of a sudden in court he drooling and looking crazy. No, you knew what you was doing the night that you did it.
right.
And I always highly encourage people, man. If you
But see, like in them
haven't,
situations, I don't mean to cut you off, Brian. Let me speak on what Chris just said.
go ahead.
In them situations, this what I mean. It's time to teach our kids that TV and movies is only entertainment.
But bro, he was an adult, man. He wasn't a kid. He was almost 30.
Understand, I know, but understand what I'm saying. What have you been watching nothing but TV for the last 25 years?
He just wanted to kill somebody. I don't give him like you know better. At 30 years old, you know better. No matter how much.
Right. You know that TV is entertainment at 30.
Everybody don't know that. So look at just your basic TikTok, how you hear people talking about TV and movies, and this is real life. Them some grown people with gray hair in their head talking.
Yeah, man, but it's just to the point that you just never know and everything, and your main objective is for you and your family to get home safely, and
that's it.
And that's by any means necessary.
Any means necessary.
So I advise anyone who have not had firearm training and conceal and carry training, definitely go and get that done because you don't want to use your firearm to hurt and mortally wound or kill nobody, but you also want to be on the safe side and everything. That would destroy everybody if you have to pull out your firearm and shoot and kill somebody, man. I mean, we all got a human side. That shit wouldn't sit well with us. But at the end of the day, we gotta go home to our families. We gotta get our families home safely and everything. So
that's it. Is it time for school to start offering classes about firearms?
I think so. I think that would be a big thing, man. And when people talk about firearms in the inner city and everything, like that's what kind of get me and stuff, because you can teach these kids in the inner city firearm safety and everything. You don't have to go out to these private schools or these predominant schools of predominant class and everything. You can teach the same firearm safety in the inner city, but we got it to the point we don't want to teach these kids how to shoot firearms because they're gonna be shooting firearms anyway. So I mean, it's just certain things about that, man, that I just.
Yeah. And also, they need to defund the fact that if they were to, well, I'll say it like this: if they were to defund the fact, be like these private prisons where a prison get paid because there's a body in there in the cell, then they'll start addressing things out here on these streets in a proper fashion. It's all about a paycheck. It's a paycheck when they use that bullet to take a child's life, but it's also a paycheck that's issued out when that child get locked up for the next 30, 40 years.
Man, yep. Hey, man, we're going to hit on bullies real quick, man. Do y'all think bullies should get jail time, or do you think their parents should do jail time, man?
Bully? What kind of bully, man?
Bully.
Okay. Bully do you have anybody at your job before that used their power or position at the job to make your life harder? Have you ever had that happen before?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, that's my question. I'm asking a serious question. If you ever had a job to where you had somebody, whether it be supervisor, someone that's in good with the supervisor, to use their position to make your time at that job more difficult, have that ever happened to you?
I think that happened to everybody.
Yeah, but I've always put them for the people in their place and let them know I'm not going.
Okay, so I feel you. So now, other than that, as a kid, have you ever had a situation where a kid was trying to bully you, whether it be out of your candy, out of your seat at the lunch table, whether your place in line? Have you ever had that happen? Happens in school, right? And you learn to handle said bully in the job by handling those bullies in school.
Right.
And your parents tell you, if you run from this person, then you can continue to run from everybody. Either you have to stand up and fight or cower down. And that's what you're going to keep doing. That's up to you. I ran from a fight once, got in trouble when I got home, and had to go out and fight anyway. And I ended up winning. So it's like, what am I running for?
What?
You learn to stand up for yourself by going through school bully situations. And that bully may have to go through a situation to where he learns to be more empathetic of other people. He might have to go through, you never know what that kid is going through. Where's the counseling for that kid? I don't think they should be punished for something that be internal struggle. Kids deal with aggression. Kids deal with sorrow through aggression because they don't have words yet.
That and I'm not a believer in putting your hands on your child because violence brings violence.
That's
so
also,
you beat them
I
at
have
home.
spanked my kids. It ain't often, but I will do it. My son has got it the most by far. But yeah,
but understand what I'm saying. You don't come off to me as the type that's gonna spank your child and then not explain what all just went on.
No, not at all. It's a full explanation.
Yeah, but you have parents out here spread the rod, spoil the child. So I'm just gonna beat my child down and leave it at that.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. And that's the thing, though, Chris. You'll spank your child, you'll explain it to him, but then on top of that, you'll still tell them that you love them at the end of the night.
Right after.
But that other kid, like you said, Chris, that other kid may just get his ass whooped, and it's it. It's over with. Yeah, they don't got nobody.
Get the F out my face.
Get the F out my face. Yeah, and then he don't got nobody that's gonna tell him, "Hey, man, this is why I did this. I love you. I want what's best for you." And see that you're right about that. A lot of kids don't have that.
They gotta get it. They gotta get that smoke to somebody else because they want to get rid of it.
Right.
Yep.
It's the same situation. It's the same situation with a pedophile. They got touched young, so they think that's the way to go.
Yep.
That's exactly what happens.
You know what I mean? And it's like somebody got to cut it off and say, no, that's not the way to go. Let me show you how to deal with that.
So with that being said about the bullies, do you think like kids who have these issues at home and everything, and they go out to be menace to societies and stuff, do you think their parents should be reprimanded for that? The ones that's
they need to be investigated. Definitely that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's found that you're the one igniting this and not putting that fire out, then yeah, punish, reprimand, all that.
The resources that will go into locking said kid up or locking said parent up should be put into putting both child and parent in therapy to learn proper coping skills on. You know how hard it is to learn coping skills? If I didn't have the job I had when I was younger in social work, I wouldn't have been the parent I was. I'm not going to lie. I've probably been closer to my parents' style of parenting where it was spanking first and then going about your business versus words first. Try to make it work. Can you work this out? And then consequences come if you choose to make bad decisions.
Well, yeah. Because even like myself, when it came to raising my daughter, the last spanking I had to issue out to her, she was 6 years old. Mm-hmm. But once I went in there to give her a spanking, she was 6, and I saw I had struck fear, I no longer had to do it no more. Now it's time to just build it up.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Because, it's also the scenario of the fight or flight. If I can't beat you, I'm going to run from you. So what you don't want your child to do is shut down on you and start running.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, it just
That's
it's
why you
just
gotta explain to kids, you're not hitting them just because I'm wanting to hit you. I really don't. But
uh-uh.
people out in the world, you're going to get punished and hit in different ways. Like
Yeah.
that's not going to be as caring or want to love you or want to make sure that you stay safe.
Yeah. Man, you
And that's
said a
why you have a
mouthful
lot
with
of
that.
these toxic relationships where they think that crap works, where they think you can talk to each other any type of way and that's love. No, that is not. That's
Mhm.
pure hate.
And you say when kids see that stuff, man, they think that oh, it's okay. It's okay. Uh Daddy called mama a bitch, or mama called daddy a bitch ass nigga and stuff like that. That child with their psyche and their mentality at that time, because you can mold children's minds and everything. And
Yeah.
they hearing that and stuff, they think, oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to be out there and everything. So
Right.
man, oh my
And they're
god.
gonna adapt and play ball. Pretty much a child is only a victim of circumstance. We all are in so many ways. We're privileged to what we're able to get the information we're able to get our hands on. But it also it's just like I was saying about teaching a child about firearms. If you only knew how many young men and women that I've ran into that are firearm holders that do not simply know a firearm don't give you the right to run into a fire battle. It's the cue for you to take the high road, to stay away from the confrontation
Mm-hmm.
and address it only if necessary.
Philly,
Not
what you got to say, Philly?
I mean, I agree, man. Like you got to try to de-escalate situations instead of running into them. Like, um, and I feel like that's how we got to train our kids. You got to teach them to defend themselves, but yeah, just the over the top stuff, not with it. I feel like the parents should more get the jail time than the kids. Um, it just really depends on the situation. Like if it was something really crazy, of course you can get juvenile or whatnot. But I feel like a way we can get the parents to step up and really focus on training their kids and stuff, take something that's important to them later on. Because of course, once their kid is grown up, they older and stuff like that, and people may feel like, oh, well, it's too late. Shoot, threaten to take their social security or something like that. If their kid's out of line or something, something severe and a real incentive, to make them step up and take care of their kids.
right.
The bad part of that though, is that you've had friends grow up whose mom, like, man, their mom is amazing. And you see it, and sometimes it's just certain kids. It could be a brother, another brother, and then like a sister, and then like two of them. It could be that one sibling that that just wants to do the opposite thing of what everybody else is doing.
Want to do
Right?
hood rat
Don't
things
know
with their
why.
friends.
It's just that's the way they're wired.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Well,
matter it doesn't matter the punishments they get. It doesn't matter how well they talk to, what they own. They just want to. I have a cousin, spoiled, always been spoiled, got everything he ever wanted, but he just wants to be in the street, and that's what all there was to it. Him and his brother in the same house, stayed in trouble from the time he been 8 years old. Just that's what he always was, where he was at. Not dad was not one to spank. That wasn't his thing. He would have to with him eventually, but I mean that wasn't his thing. He was most definitely a talk to you dad. Single dad raising two boys. Mom coming there to talk to him. That's just the way he was, man. That happens. Now that would be messed up if his parents get punished for the stuff that he did as a kid.
I feel like
that's
it's
that's where the investigation part
that
comes in.
that words you
But
took the
listen,
words out my
y'all.
mouth. That's what I was going to say.
Listen, y'all. This is the honest to God truth. I am totally on board with what Chris said, because after working in the prison for as long as I did, I saw some people who would they were just psychopaths from day one. From the day that they popped
They're
out the
just
womb,
off.
they just psychopath, and they knew it. They could tell you, my two of my sisters are doctors. I got a brother that's a lawyer, and I steal and snort meth. I mean, this is just how they are. So they came from a home that promoted all the goodness and mercy, and it was just something about them. Sometimes it's mental illness. And when we say, okay, we'll do an investigation, how many children do we have in our our foster care systems right now that have been taken away from actual good parents over some investigation?
I told you the situation I had last time we spoke about that. I told you that situation I seen.
And so I don't trust that people are going to do good investigations just because some kids are being bullied and we want to put the parents in jail. Just like y'all remember back in the day, your parent could go to jail for you being truant. And I'm like, my mama is at work, my daddy is at work. They trying to put food on the table, but I want to run the streets during school hours. How fair is that?
You got that kid that's just that make their mama cry at all times.
Do what now?
But words of wisdom, my bad.
He said something. What'd you say?
No, I was listening to I was listening to what Chris said.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was just saying, like with that truant thing, it just got some people that just seem to always make their mama cry. You know what I mean? Like no matter what their mama do, what pleading it is, they just, I don't know. I've not seen this. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you seen kids act like that, man, why wouldn't you just?
I remember my brother got caught stealing at Walmart, and my mom and dad had to go to classes behind my brother being at Walmart with the little downstairs neighbor, and they get it in their mind, we coming out of Walmart with something. So my folks it's not convenient. It's not convenient what times they set these classes up for. My folks have to figure out how, where this place is downtown. We had not been in Dallas, very long when this happened. So now they got to figure out how to get downtown. Well, not how to get downtown, but where they need to go downtown. Not familiar with the area. They got to take off work. They got to do all this stuff. Because my brother and his idiot friend downstairs, and truth be told, it was the idiot friend downstairs who came up with the concept of let's go to Walmart and steal. So, and this is what I mean about parents being punished over something that the child decided to do. My parents didn't tell my brother go over there to Walmart and steal us something. No, that was a little idiot kid from downstairs. And so I'm just not fully on board with putting parents in jail because their kid is a bully.
That would have been such a bad whooping me as a kid. I would have not got spanked for stealing. That's a thing that's done. That's a consequence that you get punished for. However, my mom would have beat my tail for following along with what somebody else is doing. That's bad.
As I recall, that
was the worst whooping I ever got in my life, is following behind somebody else. Not because of missing curfew or whatever. It's because I did it because I was following behind someone.
Right. You too? You got
Man, that's the worst whooping I've ever had in my life.
You better be the leader.
Huh?
Mine was like, if you do it, you better be the one that call a shot.
My mom made a monster when I got that whooping, but she kind of made a monster because my friends would tell you I wasn't doing nothing that I didn't choose to do. Like it wasn't I'm not getting in trouble for nobody else.
Yeah.
So when I got in trouble, I already made the decision before I left the house what might happen to me if I got caught doing whatever I was doing. I made that decision consciously that said punishment may come.
I'm gonna take this one. Right. It's like, nah, I'm gonna take I slept on it all night. Like, nah, I'm just gonna take this.
I'm finna take this. I'm finna take this L.
If I get caught, I'm prepared for it. If I don't get caught, great. But if I get caught,
hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for the consequences, man.
Hey. My uncle taught me the first rule is don't get caught.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's the first rule. Don't get caught. Because if I catch you, I'm gonna kick your tail.
That's it, man.
Hey,
in that order, man. Hey, last thing before we slide up out of here, man. If you can change the cash or credit system here in America, would you do it?
Definitely, I would.
What about you, Philly?
Yeah, I would switch it up. What I would do specifically, though, student loans wouldn't count against you on your credit. It's a lot of people. I feel like if you go to school and, whether you complete it or not, man, you try to do your thing and educate yourself. And I don't feel like fucked up credit, should be rewarded to you. some type of payment plan or whatever, cool, but I don't think it should impact your credit. So that's the main thing that I would do. And I think that would help a lot of people, that want to move in houses, that want the space or whatnot. I feel like it would be able to help them out and do it quicker. And then, you got some jobs, not a lot, but I lived in Houston at one point in time, and there were jobs that actually run your credit. If your credit wasn't right, you'd be restricted from the job. So, that's not cool either. So I feel like it would help people out a lot. They just keep the student loans and little silly stuff like that off of there.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely. I'm one of the people that's personally for a cashless society.
For what now?
A cashless society. I'm for that. And it's simply that cuts down on robbery. Period.
Definitely.
No cash, get you a rob. Get your ass up, go find something to do. Get a job.
You say cashless or castless?
Cashless. No more cash.
Oh.
I don't think that stop anybody from robbing you.
How they gonna get it?
They gonna come get your stuff.
How?
You ever read the book? Animal Farmer is one of my favorite books. And that's most definitely the society that they set up when they rebelled against Farmer Jones, and they made their own nation. That was one of the first thing they said was they're gonna get rid of all cash and we're gonna share this together. And still found a way to extort it and make it a bad situation. So situations like that is communism, and communism is the perfect government in the world if people were perfect.
People are imperfect.
If people were perfect, communism is the perfect situation of government, but they're not. It's always going to be somebody trying to get over on somebody else, so it makes it bad. Hence, we've seen Russia and what happened with Stalin.
Meaning that, okay, well, what about like me saying cashless? Everybody uses debit cards, right? So what, you rob me for my debit card? I give you my PIN number. You still gotta go over and get your picture taken.
I couldn't hear you, bro. I'm sorry.
I said, like in my vision of a cashless society, we basically already doing it, but it's just still cash out here, meaning debit cards, credit cards, things like that. Even if you come rob me for that debit card and I give you my PIN number, in order for you to use it, your picture will be taken and they will be coming to get you shortly. You won't be going far.
Yeah, that's kind of close to where we're at almost.
Hey, what about when they decide?
It's the petty crimes for me, like murdering somebody over $20.
Yeah,
he only had $20 on him. You robbed him, so you shot him.
Or carjacking somebody, man. You carjack somebody for a 2022 a BMW or something like that. The thing got OnStar on it. As soon as you get in the car and speed off, they go find your ass. It's simple, right, man.
You ain't going nowhere fast.
You ain't going nowhere fast.
The thing about crime for me is you can never cut crime 100%. But if you cut it 1% at a time, then you're getting somewhere. It's just like when you're looking to move. When you look to move, you only look to move to cut the crime by 1%. If you cut it by 1%, you ain't a good move. So, right. You know what I mean? It's not, there's no way to cut 100%, 1% at a time.
Yeah.
And we'll get down to where we can live and be more peaceful than what we are right now.
And what do you guys think? Like, if they talk about how people are going to get their information in a microchip and put it on their hand and stuff. Hey, it's been talked about it. Y'all know that. Y'all know that's what people been talking about. Getting all your information on your microchip and getting it buried up underneath your skin and everything. So if that situation would occur, do you think people be trying to cut people's hand off then?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're going to lose limbs. You're going to die.
I wouldn't be for that one. However, I would be for fingerprint. Or your DNA.
See, that's what that biometric stuff right now that's going on.
I'm about to say, have you ever seen Demolition Man? Yep. What did Wesley Snipes do when he needed a hand, when he needed that hand to get through?
Hey, he took eyes and everything. Hey,
Man, he just took what he needed.
Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill.
But even in that, they knew who he was.
Yep.
It didn't get far. Like if I'm sitting over here with $50,000 in the house, cash, somebody running my house, rob me, that's gone. That person is never gonna get caught. Understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
My issue with a cashless society like that is the fact that with cash, I can bring cash to my house and put it in my mattress and stack cash in my mattress. Okay. And if something happens at the bank, say there's a run on the bank, I have cash in my mattress.
A computer glitch that can cover it.
A computer glitch, or say say that I'm against the government. And the government says, well, we'll fix her accounts. And they freeze all my accounts.
But
I can't get nothing. I cannot get nothing. And let me say this. I was actually taught that growing up that this was going to happen. And so I've been looking for cashless society like my entire life, and that when you decide that you're going to go against the government, you're going to subvert the government in some way, be it they make a law that's innocuous. It's not even like don't murder. It'd be something really innocuous. But think about these vaccines. How easy would it be if you're unvaccinated, if we were in a totally cashless society and you're refusing to get the vaccine, for them to say, okay, well, you don't want to get your vaccine, I'm going to cut off your access to your money until you get your vaccine. So something.
That's where I feel you on that. But that's where the whoever that is over the bank got to step up and say, that's protected. It's in her. And who
you think own the banks?
But let me finish. This is why that has to be a private entity that's not government funded. The government can't have their hands in on it.
As long as her name is on the money.
Their name won't be in the cashless society. Your name is no longer on the money.
It's on the electric transaction.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's still there. They're still there. We still under them. It just is what it is. All
really,
transactions are covered through.
Even if you go to the bank, it really is only numbers in the computer.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's only numbers, and in this adult world that we live in, who really still check chasing?
Not saying check chasing.
Meaning that actually going to pick up a paycheck.
Oh, you got some people that's still doing that. Trust me.
I know. I said,
it's a few. It's not a lot, but yeah,
it's not a lot. Understand? And who's really still paying cash when they're paying bills? When
dope dealers still paying cash.
Yeah, but you also you understand this. You also can cut into that too. So in so many ways, it's like they don't want to cut into any of that.
No, look at what they're doing with Cash App now. If you get more than $600, or it's not even just Cash App, it's your actual bank account. If you get more than $600 in your bank account, the bank has to report it to the IRS. They have to report it. It used to be $999,000.
It used to be 10,000. Yep, 10,000. One said 10,000.
Yeah, 9,999. If you got over that, then they had to report it.
I didn't know it lowered to 6. I know it was 10,000.
They lowered it to $600 here in the past couple weeks. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Actually it's regular bank accounts because it's Zelle.
Like if you go to the store or anything,
it's Zelle, all of that. So when
I sold cars, that was a big thing. Like somebody come buy a new car for $5,000 and they not think nothing of it. But as soon as you got one that was 10,000, it's getting reported over. It's a cash payment.
So if you think that this government cannot get into your banks, get your information and all that other stuff, you are mistaken, because they 100% can. And that's my problem with that, I would rather go back to the barter system personally. I have a skill, you have a skill. I need blankets. You need, these beans that I grew in my backyard. So
That's
bring me
it.
some blankets and come get you some beans.
It's
That's
still
it.
capitalism goes in. Who has the best skill and who has the most needed skill, and that's where it came from anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it.
Who
You
has the
need
highest
to
demand.
go to college. Well, we need y'all to help us build some houses while you go to college this year.
That's it. Barter
I wouldn't know
system.
how, like, as far as changing the money system goes, I wouldn't know how to change it. It's not what we can do. I mean, Alexander Hamilton kind of did a good thing when he set it up to a point. I mean, but nothing can be perfect. I mean, but it is pretty genius the way it's set up.
That's it, man. Hey, man. Great, amazing show tonight, man. Man, we thank everybody for jumping on, man, and let's doing our thing tonight, man. If you want to be a part of this show, if you want to be a part of it, you want us to run an ad on your show, man, on your company and everything, just email us at justtalkinggrown@gmail.com. That's justtalkinggrown@gmail.com. If you want to be a contributor to Just Talking to You, you can cash app us. We ain't gonna get over $600, so just cash app us at Just Talking, the number 2 and the letter U. Just Talking, number 2, letter U. That's it, man. Great show, guys. We will see everybody Sunday for our live show. Sunday, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're gonna be live and in full effect, and we're gonna make you laugh and we're gonna have some fun, man. We the crew, man. Hey, our crew members that's not here, Nene, Shay Boogie, and Miss Toya. Hey, they're not here tonight, but the rest of the crew is. We out of here. We see you Sunday. Peace.
Peace.
Love you.
I don't mean to be sweating you. All I wanna do is just talk to you.